Hello and welcome to Inside Blockchain, the one show that focuses on blockchain startups in Africa. My name is Sushi, and under normal circumstances, my colleague is supposed to be here, but instead of him, I'll just be filling the gap for today. And with me in the studio are two very handsome gentlemen. Hello. You know you're very handsome here.
Thank you.
Yes. Okay, so I've got Maurice, Chris with me in the studio alongside John. How are you today, John?
Good. I'm glad to be here. Thank you for having us.
Yes, they're in Nigeria and they're totally enjoying Nigeria. So, John, could you tell us more about you? So, when did you come into this space?
Yeah, so I recently joined the company. Chris has been in it for around 2 years. I was introduced about 6 months or so ago. I was in cryptocurrency, and I saw these guys were going to provide people in Africa and the Middle East with access to cryptocurrency. And being from the U.S., I even had a hard time accessing cryptocurrency. So I knew if I had a hard time, that other people, must have had a hard time too. So it was a great opportunity, and I love their business, and they were great guys.
So Chris, how about you? When did you come into this particular space?
Man, it's been a while now. My partner Justin got me into cryptocurrency when Bitcoin was around $150. So
oh wow, that must be a long
time ago. Yeah, so it's been a while, and we were buying and selling it back then, and we were running into so many problems with access, especially really low limits in the United States. And it would take 8 days sometimes for us to actually get the Bitcoin after making our payment.
8 days?
8 days.
Wow.
And we said, why can't we just buy this at Walmart? Why can't we just, go make a cash payment and get Bitcoin? And so that's what we set out to provide.
Okay, so how's the journey been for you? The journey from the particular time that you started till now, because I know that you've got a product that you're offering people based on blockchain technology. So how's it been for you from that time that you started? Do you think things have changed in this space?
Oh yeah, things have improved so much. I mean, when I got started, you didn't have all of these blockchain solutions. It was mainly around cryptocurrency. It was mainly exchanges were, really the only companies out there that were, making a splash in the industry. And now you have so many great blockchain solutions coming up and coming from just all over the world, and we're really seeing the power of this technology. It's almost like a new internet.
Of course, of course. Now I know that you know some things about Africa, and I can tell you that Africa has got so many problems that it is trying to solve. So how do you think this particular technology can help solve these problems for us?
Yeah, I think that one of the best things that blockchain can do is remove third parties and drive down costs for the average person. And be it remittance or online payments or anything else, with banking systems and the way that money moves around Africa, there are a lot of problems and there are a lot of fees along the way in most cases. And removing those third parties and just making it easy for the average individual to make an online payment or receive or send money to friends and family around the world, it can really change a lot.
Okay, so when you're talking, you said something about the banking sector. How do you think this technology can help revolutionize the banking sector? How do you think it can bring about a revolution in that sector? Because I can tell you, we're talking off air, and you told me something about remittance and how somebody wanted to send about $200 and the person had to pay $90 for bank charges. The person was outside Africa and he was trying to send money into Africa. So how do you think this particular technology can help the banking sector in Africa?
Yeah, it was crazy. We were at a bank in the United States, and next to us, a guy from Kenya, Kenyan immigrant, was trying to send $200 to support his family, and the bank charged him $90.
When I heard that story, I was like, what? $90?
45% to support his family too. And so when we heard that, my partner Justin heard it, he was like, can you believe that? I was like, holy crap. So when we heard that, we started looking into how blockchain solutions and everything could help remittance, could help how money moves around the world. And it's definitely something that's going to revolutionize banks, and that's why banks don't like it. I don't think that it makes banks completely obsolete. I think that there will always be a purpose for investment banks and helping people store and invest money, things like that. But I think that for the most part, it makes commercial banking obsolete, which is where a lot of the fees, a lot of the remittance charges and everything come from, and it's a lot of revenue for the banks, which is why they don't like it.
Of course, of course. So how do you suggest that the banks can actually implement this technology into their current banking system?
Yeah, I mean, they need to start supporting some of these currencies, and they need to start supporting the companies that are working with these currencies. And so, I mean, with us, for example, in the U.S., we had to call at least 150 banks before we found one that would actually accept an account for us.
Oh, wow.
Because the regulations around the banking sector there are very strict, and it's very, very hard for cryptocurrency companies, blockchain companies, anything in this space to get a bank account. The banks don't want to work with you. And I know that in a lot of African countries, the central banks have come out and said that they don't want their banks working with cryptocurrency companies either.
That's the major problem here.
Exactly. I mean, even just recently, the Central Bank of Zimbabwe came out and said that it doesn't want Zimbabwean banks working directly with cryptocurrency companies. And so it's one of those things where we kind of realize the banks aren't going to work with us. So we need to find a solution that doesn't involve them. We got to get around
Do you think that kind of solution is going to work, though? You know, if you implement that kind of solution, if you bring that kind of solution to the picture, it means the banks will be out of the picture totally.
Yeah, and so that's essentially what we want to do, is not necessarily remove them completely from the picture, but just play their game. Don't get them directly involved with crypto. All we're doing is, you know, storing money, and you know, they don't have to touch Bitcoin since they don't want to.
Yeah. Of course. And away from the banks right now, like I said earlier, Africa has got a lot of problems that it is trying to solve. We're working effortlessly, relentlessly to make sure these problems are solved. Now, talking about governance, how do you think this revolutionary technology can help governance in Africa?
As far as like the government handling the money, like what they can do as far as like control, as far as that, is that what you mean? Exactly. So yeah, I think, you know, the big problem is, you know, governments are controlling a lot of the money flow, and like, you know, there's causes inflation, deflation, you know, they'll add and take away. And so I think this universal currency, like what cryptocurrency is, it's like, it's for the people, it's not restricted by anything. It's no government saying, you can't send this here, you can't send this here, it's worth this much, it's worth this little. So I think, you know, allowing people to use that cryptocurrency, you know, it kind of avoids all that. It, you know, allows them to hold the value of their money and not it be affected by any, you know, outside factors.
Of course.
Yeah.
Okay, so John, you're saying the people out there. Yeah. Now, one of the main problems also that we have in Africa is the fact that in as much as people all over the world are embracing this beautiful technology, it's been accepted by Africans at a much slower pace. And I think the main reason for this is trust and accessibility and education. But how would you say, you know, this technology can apply to the average man out there? How do you think we can make it something that's embraced by everybody in Africa? Yeah, I think it really starts with education. So I think that's one thing we want to work on eventually on our platform, is having some type of education on there to explain, you know, what cryptocurrency is, you know, how does the blockchain work, and why is this really helpful for them. So not only, you know, are we going to be selling them cryptocurrency, but they can also learn as to, you know, why they should be using it or the benefits to do that. I think education, you know, you know, what you guys are doing is awesome, because you're showing, you know, the positive sides of what cryptocurrency can do and blockchain companies. So I think that's kind of where it starts. Even in America too, a lot of people are skeptical. My parents were really skeptical. And I think, you know, it's just kind of showing, you know, the positive sides of, you know, what it can be used for, and really, you know, open a global economy. And that's what people need to see. And of course there are, you know, people get scammed. There's things like that out there that are, you know, is what makes people a little worrisome about cryptocurrency. But I think, you know, for the majority of people out there, I think it's going to be, you know, extremely helpful just for, you know, accessing global economy, sending, receiving money, storing it. So I think Alrighty. So tell me factually, you know, I'm sure a whole lot of people out there are like, what's up with all this hype? I just keep hearing about blockchain technology, cryptocurrency. How much it's going to last? Okay, you know, when Bitcoin crashed, it didn't really crash, but then when the prices, you know, came crashing down, everybody, you know, everybody that wasn't, you know, supporting this particular cause, everyone that was skeptical was like, we told you so. Yeah, we told you so. It's just too good to be true. It can't be. So do you think this technology is going to stand the test of time? Because that's that's the question now. Even if they embrace it, they're like, how long is it going to last for? Is it going to last, you know, for a lot of time, long time? So do you think it's going to stand the test of time?
I do, and I think a lot of the problem in the beginning of why it crashed was people were buying it a lot for investment too in the United States, and in Asia too. It was like a big investment too, and there was a lot of false information and things about the currency, about it going up and down. So that caused a lot of like worrisome in the market, and that, I mean, one news article could basically tank the market at the time. So I think that that kind of needs to go away. People need to have a brighter outlook of what it can do, and not just say one bad thing and the market goes down.
So you're saying that 50 years from now, blockchain technology, cryptocurrency is still going to be here?
Yeah, I definitely think so.
Yeah, okay.
Yep.
All right, this next question goes to Chris. Now, for all, people know, they just think cryptocurrency is the biggest or main application of blockchain technology, but cryptocurrency enthusiasts and blockchain enthusiasts know that that's just like a tip of the iceberg. So could you tell other people out there who do not know much about blockchain technology, other applications of blockchain technology, other things that blockchain technology can be used for?
Yeah, cryptocurrency is definitely the most popular application today.
Yeah.
Everybody kind of knows what Bitcoin is, and most people learn about Bitcoin before they learn about the blockchain, and so it makes sense why there's that conception.
Because everybody likes money.
Exactly. I mean, money's cool, so everybody kind of focuses on Bitcoin, Ethereum, things like that, and tokens, appreciation of value, all that stuff. But I mean, the blockchain itself has so much potential around the world with just data authentication and the fact that it can remove third parties from a transaction, be it monetary or otherwise, even if it's a content transaction. I mean, you could take something like YouTube and you could decentralize it. It could be a platform hosted on the blockchain, and instead of having YouTube in the middle, you would connect the content creators with the content consumers.
Like Steemit.
Exactly, like Steemit, exactly. And so, instead of YouTube collecting all of the money from the videos that you're posting,
even the viewers and the content creators also get paid.
Exactly, exactly. The money goes to the people that are making the best content instead of going to YouTube.
Of course. So apart from that, I'm sure we know about record management also. The blockchain technology can also help in that respect here.
Yes, yeah. It's fantastic for data verification, and the best part about it is that when you're verifying something on the blockchain, it's very easily auditable, and you don't need to trust a human. You can just trust computers, and you can trust math, which is a lot easier to trust in most cases.
Of course.
And so what blockchain can do with validation and things like that, with identity, it's tremendous, and it really is empowering, especially to people around the world in less developed areas that don't have that to begin with.
Of course, and people in Africa can definitely benefit from that. Yes, you're still watching Inside Blockchain. My name is Sushi. I'm going to go on this quick break. Don't forget you can join the conversation on all social media platforms. Follow at Crypto TV Plus, and I'll be right back. When we come back, we'll definitely be looking at the products that Chris is here to advertise. Now, I'm sure you can see his t-shirt, the yellow card thingy there. We're going to be talking about it when we come back.
Hi, this is Cynthia Petian with AWS Mining.
I'm Alexia Hefty-Rossier.
I'm Anand Mohan from Technobrain.
This is Anu Bardwaj from Women Investing, Women Digital.
And you're watching
Crypto
TV Plus.
Crypto TV Plus.
Crypto TV Plus.
Crypto TV Plus. Stay tuned.
Welcome back. You are still watching Crypto TV Plus. My name is Sushi, and before we went on that break, I was chatting with Chris and John about how blockchain can impact Africa. But right about now, we're going to be talking about, their product. Now, the name of their product is Yellow Card. So, Chris, one thing I know about Chris is that he is very passionate about anything that has to do with Yellow Card. He can talk about it for hours, for days, if possible.
I will.
Why don't you tell us more about Yellow Card?
So, Yellow Card is the world's first cryptocurrency gift card, and it makes buying and selling Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other cryptocurrencies accessible to anyone, anywhere, by accepting cash payments at local stores and removing banks from the equation.
So I can walk into my local store, I can walk into a mall and just, say I want to get a gift card, or I want to get Ethereum or a Bitcoin and pay for cash with it.
Yeah,
How does it work?
Yeah, so we have 160,000 locations around the world, 17 countries in Africa, the Middle East, and the US, that allow you to just walk into the store and buy a yellow card voucher. And then with that voucher, you can redeem it on our website, yellowcard.io, and buy Bitcoin, Ethereum, and other top digital currencies instantly.
That is so beautiful. So what birthed this idea exactly?
Just being fed up with the way that exchanges worked, with having to make a bank transfer when I wanted to buy Bitcoin, having to wait for that bank to clear the money to the other bank. I said, why can't I just pay in cash, get it done instantly? So that's what we sought to do, is provide people a way to buy digital currency in less than 5 minutes.
So how's the reviews been for you? When exactly did you start Yellow Card though? When exactly did you start it?
Yeah, so we've been doing this for about 2 years now.
2 years.
Yeah, it's been a wild ride, working with a lot of regulators and everything, making sure that all the legal aspects are handled, all the technology is there and everything. And we will be going live in Nigeria in June, less than 3 weeks.
Wow.
With 9,900 stores here in Nigeria that make it as easy to buy Bitcoin as it is to buy groceries.
Beautiful. So you mentioned that you're going to be starting in June in Nigeria, yeah?
Yes.
So what do you think this can do for the Nigerian economy, for economies in Africa, for economies of different countries in Africa? How can this, help Africa?
Yeah, well, so like we talked about earlier, Bitcoin has, tremendous value, and it can do a lot of things for economies and countries around the world. And the other thing that we talked about, like you mentioned, the big problem here in Africa is the accessibility and the trust factor.
Of course.
And so what we wanted to do is essentially deal with those by making it easily accessible at any of these local stores, and also add in that added layer of trust that you're buying Bitcoin at the same place that you're buying groceries every week, or at the same place that you're hanging out and buying snacks after work, something like that. Bringing it down to the local level, adding that layer of trust of dealing with a reputable store, and making it available to everyone in the country, whether or not you have a bank account.
So this is basically created with the layman out there in mind.
Yep.
So anybody can have access to cryptocurrency whenever they want. Beautiful.
Yeah.
So you said the reviews have been very tremendous and very beautiful.
Yeah.
How's it been taken in the United States?
In the U.S., it's a little bit more of a luxury product, and so for the U.S., much more of the population is banked, and so for us, we can buy Bitcoin. It's more of a convenience factor in the United States, being able to get it instantly, not having to wait 8 days buying on Coinbase or something like that. Here in Africa, we've gotten much more impactful reviews. People have said, wow, this can actually really help people here. Whereas, we felt like it was a luxury product over there, and we want to do business over there. We want to bring it out there and make it instant and accessible for people. But when we started talking to people here and learning more about how much they really believe that this could help people in Africa, we knew that we had to bring it here first.
Of course, of course. So what's the security factor like for Yellow Card? Is it very secure? How much have you guys put into security? Yeah,
extremely secure. And so when you buy the digital currency, you'll have two options. You can either send it to your own personal secure wallet. So if you have a hard drive wallet or anything like that, send it there, keep it secure, as secure as possible. Or we'll create a wallet for you if you don't have one. And if we create a wallet for you, what we do is we give you a wallet password. And with that wallet password, all you need to do is keep that safe, and your money is not at risk. And so even if something were to happen to us, your money is still safe as long as they don't have your wallet password.
Of course, of course.
Yeah. And I think that's one of the greatest features that we offer, is allowing people not only to access the cryptocurrency easily, but have a wallet there too. A lot of exchanges, you have to do like a wire transfer, like he said, And if you keep it on the exchange, it's actually very dangerous. There's not like they don't have a safe wallet on there. If they get hacked, then you lose your money. So I think that's a great feature that we have with Yellow Card. Is not only is it easy to buy the cryptocurrency, it's easy to store it with us too.
Oh, right.
So anyone can do it.
Okay, so your first location in Africa is going to be Nigeria.
Yes, yeah.
Why Nigeria? Why did you choose Nigeria?
Well, you know, it's when we saw the excitement and the enthusiasm and everything, especially in Lagos and parts of Abuja. I mean, we knew that we had to do it here. I mean, you know, what better place to do it than right here in Lagos, Africa's blockchain capital. So.
That's very interesting information that you just said, Chris. So what would you say are the impacts of your product, Yellow Card, to Africa?
Yeah, so I would say that the impact is really threefold. It's bringing accessibility to the continent, creating more jobs, and also driving down the price. And
so you know what's going to happen? We're going to take it one at a time.
Let's
okay,
do
so
it.
let's talk about accessibility.
Yeah, so accessibility is such a big part of it to us. And like you talked about earlier, accessibility is such a problem for a lot of people here. And over 70% of the people in Africa don't have a bank account. And that makes it very difficult to buy Bitcoin when every exchange out there today requires a bank account. It requires a bank transfer or online payment of some kind. And so one of the big things that we wanted to do is take it offline and remove the need for a bank account. And so with these 9,900 stores that we have in Nigeria and the 160,000 locations that we have around the world, you can go in and buy Bitcoin with just your phone and cash. There's no need for a bank account. It's as easy as buying groceries at the store.
Oh, wow. So even people who don't have any technical information on how blockchain technology works can basically use it.
Exactly. You don't even need a smartphone. Just a flip phone and, you know, a couple bucks cash.
Of course, of course. So you're talking about creating more jobs. How can that work? How's Yellow Card creating more jobs for the African market?
Yeah, so with the locations that we have across Africa, we're bringing more customers, more revenue and everything into these stores that we're working with, and eventually creating more jobs for the distributors that we're working with and for their network locations, making these stores and locations around the continent hotspots for digital currency trading, and leading to, you know, more help needed and jobs at the local level. And then additionally, we're in the process of hiring teams around the different countries that we service in Africa to help spread the word and, you know, help manage our distribution, help manage processes and everything with the business in these different countries.
That is so beautiful. That's so cool. So John, what are the prices like?
So we actually offer really low prices, really competitive prices on the cryptocurrencies we offer. A lot of these exchanges have, you know, high markup rates as far as their fees, and we actually are really competitive on our prices and our fees also.
Okay, okay. So how many cryptocurrencies do you guys run right now?
Yeah, so right now we offer 5, which is Bitcoin, Ethereum, Litecoin, Ripple, and Bitcoin Cash. And like John said, we're able to help drive the price down because we work with massive liquidity brokers from around the world. And so at any given time, we're able to get the best price and bring that digital currency into the country that you're buying in. And so in Nigeria, a lot of exchanges, especially online, I mean, the price will be as high as 380 Naira some days. And what we're able to do is, because on our end, we're doing the exchange against the US dollar, we're able to get a better rate and pass that rate on to the consumer.
Of course. Okay, so the first location is Nigeria. You're looking to partner with stores in Nigeria in order for this to be available, in order for Yellow Card to be available in Nigeria.
Yes.
Why did you choose Nigeria?
Nigeria, the excitement and the enthusiasm around blockchain and around cryptocurrency here is tremendous. And I mean, it's amazing. Everyone here seems to know what it is. I mean, even more so than in the United States. I mean, people here.
Really?
Oh yeah, people here are so much more excited about it. Whereas people in the United States, I'm speaking generally, of course, but are a little bit more skeptical, and you know, trust banks a little bit more. And you know, here there's just so much excitement around what this can do for the country, for the continent, and everything. And so, you know, we came down here to Lagos to you know, attend the blockchain conference, and it's amazing what's going on in the industry right here in Nigeria. And so we knew that we had to roll this out in Lagos first.
So are there other locations that you're looking at apart from Nigeria, other countries in Africa that you're looking at?
Yeah, so in the 160,000 locations that we have worldwide, we have 13 countries in Africa right now. 13. And so, yes, so after Nigeria, we'll be working in South Africa, Kenya, Botswana, Ghana, Zimbabwe, and other countries around the continent, just trying to do the same thing, just bring cryptocurrency to anyone, anywhere without a bank account.
All right. Okay. Yeah. So for people out there who do not know, what stake exactly that you hold in the company, could you just tell them what's your position in the company? You're the CEO?
Yeah, I'm the CEO and co-founder.
Of course. And what's your
And I'm the Vice President of Marketing.
Cool. So yes, you are still watching Inside Blockchain. My name is Sushi, and I have been chatting with Chris and John from Yellow Cards. We talked about how blockchain can impact Africa, and we also talked about their very amazing products, which enables the layman out there to walk into a store and buy cryptocurrency. Very easy, very efficient, and I think they should try it out also, don't you think?
100%.
Yeah.
100%.
Alrighty. So yes, we have come to the end of today's show. Thank you so much for joining me. You are watching at Crypto TV Plus. Do not forget to subscribe and follow us on all social media platforms at Crypto TV Plus, and also log on to our website www.cryptotvplus.com for more crypto news and updates. My name is Sushi. Thank you so much for joining me on the show today.
Thank you for having us.
It was amazing.
Thank you. Thank you.